Right, guys, let's get right into it. So today I've got a project that anybody can do, a little bit of technical with it, but nothing too bad. Now everybody's been asking me to do a bit of home decor type stuff. So this is what I'm going to do here today. Super easy. These are batch out projects. I'm doing 4 in total, and I'm putting a different finish on each one. So wait till the end and have a look at them and let me know which one you think is the best. So I've got some of this 1x6 pine board. Now this was basically, it's all cut, and you don't see it on that. I'll show you the clip of it further on in the video, what I was having to deal with. But I couldn't really use it for the bigger projects. I know there's ways of getting it down, but for what it is, being pine and that kind of stuff, then it's really inexpensive. I just thought I'd put it to one side, and for the smaller projects, where I can break the project down, I can make it work. So that was what was in the thoughts there. So, yeah, a really nice project. Here she is. This is her letting me know I've got a coffee. 10 out of 10 for dancing. There we go. You can see what I'm having to deal with there with this, and I think it's due to the weather. We had like here in the UK, people that are watching in the UK, it can be raining 1 minute, cold the next. It can be snowing 3 hours later, and then it gets warm. And I think the heat plays the biggest part on making the boards all go all over the place. But it's about getting over it and using it up, and I can use it for the smaller projects, like I say. So I'm just running it through my table saw here, just cutting the various parts down. And this project, it's all about, what I wanted to show you was like batch out projects you can sell on Etsy, eBay, and marketplace in your area. And I know, you know, prices vary wherever you live in the world, obviously. I mean, even here in the UK, if you're down south, you tend to get a bit more money for what you do. It's like me with my antiques. I used to buy my antique furniture up north, sort of Yorkshire, the north of England, Scotland, and I used to sell it all and aim it all down south, where 90% of that trade went. So, you've got to look at where you're going to sell these and how you're going to sell it. But the main thing is sort of pictures, a really good write-up when you make them, tell them why yours is different, that it's handmade. There's a lot of cheap, I wouldn't say copies, but the sort of like imported, I call it tart. Let's face it, right? It's not like a proper bona fide handmade piece like I'm making, like you'd make in your shed, where you've put like care and attention. It's done in some foreign land somewhere, and it's sort of mass produced with machines. The quality's not that good, but people tend to go on price. So you've got to make yours stand out in the crowd, and you've got to tell them the story behind your making. You know what you've made, even your journey, what you do, that kind of thing, and people will really appreciate that and buy into not just your piece, but into the story of the piece. So I'm just cutting some angles here. All the angles I'm using are 15-degree angles, and this is me with my OCD. Every project, you don't see it a lot of the time, but I'm going to show you. Halfway through each project, I give everything, all the machines, like my table saw, a good clean dust, hoover up, vacuum up, should I say, and just make sure I'm working in sort of like the tidiest of environments that I can. So I'm just doing some markup here. You can see off to the top of the picture there where I'm starting to batch these pieces out. There's no time in them. The total cost of this project, with the wood, screws, stain, that kind of stuff, come in at under, so I'd say round about £8 UK. So what we're looking there, $10 US. So that's like $2.50 a piece. Obviously, you've got your time on that. If you're going to sell them as a business, you've got to factor all that in. You've got to factor a profit in. that kind of stuff. But I'm sure these would be a really, really good sell. I don't think you'd have much problem selling these, to be perfectly honest. So I'm just marking everything out here again, and I'm just sort of like, because I'm doing it on the fly, it's like I've got to just think about things. So, I mean, it didn't even take me that long to actually do the project. I'm going in here with a 10mm Forstner bit. This is purely for decoration and like a bit of that signature sort of mark I've been putting on my things. So there again, I'm making it stand out and putting my stamp on so people will know, you know, it's mine. I'm a small fish in a massive pond, but you know, this is my mark. This is my stamp. So just watch your fingers around that as well. Make sure you don't get your fingers near that Forstner bit. I'm just trying to alleviate tear out here. I mean, I do get a bit of tear out, but that can go on the back, and I do tidy that up with the router. So I'm just going over everything now with a 150 grit sandpaper. Just nice and easy. And you can see all pieces sort of like as they're batched out like that. So some of that cupping and warping, because I've put the parts down into smaller parts, I've sort of like worked round it. If this was a bigger project, I don't think I'd have got away with it. So I'm just using the trim router now to go around, and I'm using this Melith trim router. You see me do a little bit of an out the box type thing a couple of videos ago on it. I'll put a link in the description to it as well if you want to have a look at it. It worked really well. Just sitting down here, the arthritis is playing up here as I'm doing this. Sometimes you'll see me sitting down doing a project, and that's because of the arthritis. So here's Shelley. We had a big conflab on what stains to use. So the outcome was I picked 2, she picked 2, and she's picked 2 stains, and I've picked 2 other finishes. So she's going in here with a black stain. Here he is. A little bit camera shy today. He's looking for his mummy there. He's like Shelley's shadow, that dog. And this is a different colour stain here. And it just goes on really well, this spirit-based stain. It really, really does. I don't know what you guys in the States have got similar to this. I mean, it's a spirit-based stain called Morels. I see a lot of guys using the Minwax products and stuff like that in States and I think Canada. And when I look at it, I don't really like the look of it. Am I just being sort of... I don't know what I'm being, but I just really like the Morels stain. I think you just get used to things, what you use. So what I'm doing here with the end grains, I'm just trying to sort of bodge them up, the end grains, you know, like fill them up. And I did let that dry, and I made sure I went back in with a little bit more glue, and then I'm just brad nailing it. So there you can see the 15-degree angle. And just where any surfaces are going to come together, I'm just putting a bit of glue just to give it that, you know, some more strength. Just take your time here, just lining everything up by eye. There's no sort of scientific, you know, anything like that behind it. It's all by eye, and this is the sort of cuteness of handmade, isn't it? You know, when you do things by handmade, you can do things like this way round. You know, a lot of it by eye. A lot of it is measuring and accuracy. But on a learning curve, it's fine. I'm feeling a need now as well to do some sort of more harder projects, more challenging projects. So if there's any projects you want me to see that's a bit more challenging, please drop them in the comments. I have been looking around at a few projects. I think, can I do that? Can I do that? And I'm, you know, me in my head, sort of people say, Billy, you're mad to try and sort of like even think about having a go at that. But do you know what? I'm gonna have a go at them. Good, bad, ugly. I'm gonna have a go at them, and I'm gonna show you all what the mistakes, the pitfalls, if I do well with them or not. But yeah, let me know in the comments if there's any projects you want me to see. I quite fancy doing like a big sort of cabinet type thing, sort of not a dresser. I don't know what people call them, like a cabinet for. I collect whiskey, and I've got quite a big whiskey collection. Even though I don't drink alcohol or anything, I collect whiskey, and it's for financial reasons, like investment purposes, that kind of stuff. And some of it I'd want to store and sort of display, sort of that kind of thing. I've got a few ideas, so I'm just going in with this one. I'm just burning it. So you've got two stains. You've got two with this. Is it Shogi Ban or whatever it is? There's a Japanese term for it. I keep forgetting it. I can't pronounce it. And I'm just going over everything with clear lacquer. So you've got two stain. You've got one Shogi Ban Japanese burn, and I've got one just left plain. Just left it raw pine, sanded right back, and I'm just going to put a clear coat lacquer over it for some protection. And that'll give you an idea of all four. Really pops that one. Them two, the ones, my favourite one out of the four is the lighter coloured stain one there at the back. So just for the handles, I've got some of this rope I've had for a while, thick rope type stuff. I'm just cutting it to size. And it's just simple. Put it through the hole and tie it. There was a few projects ago, quite a couple of months back, made something a bit similar to this, with a sort of same sort of angle type things. But I think these look nicer. Let me know what you'd use them for in your house as well. I mean, I know that home decor display things, what you can put stuff in, but give me some ideas of what they can actually be used for, and other people can read that. So here you can see all four finished, and the different sort of finishes. The three holes is my sort of signature mark. Shelley's done a fantastic job with the staining. Just give it a scuff back, just to give it that sort of rustic chic sort of look. The burnt one's come out nice, Shogi Ban. I like that light coloured stain one at the back, and then closely followed by the raw pine one. But that's my personal preference. And guys, don't forget, if you're watching the video, please help the channel out and subscribe. It massively helps. Like and comment. And I have got a channel membership where I'll be putting some stuff onto there. And I'll soon be opening a Patreon. I've got it up and running, but I just haven't had time to deal with it. But yeah, what would you get for these in your area price-wise? I think you do all right. You've got to get what each? No, for the time it takes no time to make, really don't. Probably £2.50, $2.50, $3 each to make. And then whatever you want on top, really. I've just brought them in here just to take another look at them in a different light. What do you think of the rope handles? You could substitute that with wood handle. I'd like to know what you get for them in your area. I like them. I think they're good things to make if you're selling them. Thanks for watching, guys. You've all been amazing. Don't forget to hit that comment and like. Bye for now.